This morning we got up, I made pancakes, we wrangled the dogs. Now the kids are chilling, watching the dogs, and I'm gonna go check in with John. Today's day 2 and see what's going on. So while John's working, I'm going through, and anytime I see one of these bigger rocks, well, even bigger than this, but anytime I see these big rocks, I'm taking them and putting them on the edge of the, trying to put them on the edge of the driveway here.
So many rocks.
Okay, so I started, I don't know if this is helpful, but
it is.
I started picking up the big rocks like I did this whole section right here.
That's very helpful.
Just moving them out to the side.
Yep.
Because I was feeling a little guilty. I was like, oh, I need something to do. And like I wanted to help.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually...
Actually, I wish I had a shovel because I could probably get out a few more even.
Yeah, it helps out because a big reason why it's hard to get everything level is because when the bottom of the bucket hits a rock even that big, it lifts it up and drags it and scrapes it and gouges things out. So the first pass that I did, honestly, like the first and second really helped loosen a lot of this stuff up. So now I'm just kind of doing a surface drag on it to get these guys out of the way.
Well, and I started even using them to line, because I know we want to line the road with all the rocks eventually. So I was just kind of like throwing them in that area so that when we come back next time,
just toss them out this way.
Maybe our next time project will be, because it'll be free, we'll be just taking the rocks and lining the driveway.
Yeah.
Since we won't have money.
Or
so we need
this and just trying to just level out some of those.
Buying the cinder blocks and using the grader that we have, and then lining. I think that'll be the next time we're out here. That'll be our project. John's being hard on himself. This is looking good. I gotta tell you, I was kind of skeptical, which he knows. And this is far and away going better than I thought it would. I'll be honest. I just wasn't sure. Not that it was I didn't trust John. I knew John could do it. I just didn't know what kind of machine they were going to bring us. I wasn't sure that this was going to be like legit. But it is. So Copper State Rentals in Williams. Hit it up. You know what's crazy is this is just like partway through our property. So all of this over here, this is still ours, this direction too. If we ever wanted to, we could build a whole bunch of stuff out here, but we want to leave it as much in nature as possible too. Even doing this, I'm like, oh, we're disturbing it. But it's gonna allow us to take care of the land better too, having access to everything.
Hey, babe,
yeah.
big rock right there. You get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the big rock.
Big rock right there.
All right, so I'm gonna stay over here in case there's any other big rocks he wants me to just pick up and move out of the way. I mean, look at that. All right, I think what I was talking about was I felt bad kind of even putting this in the land, but it's going to allow us to access the property better, so that stuff like, there's like a dead tree back there, you guys probably can't see it, but it's like right back over that way, so we can like go and like kind of cut out that dead tree and, you know, clear things out a bit. The road's going to allow us just better access. Road, driveway, I keep calling it a road and then I keep calling it a driveway. I more so think it's kind of a road And then we'll probably have a little driveway to whatever we connect to it. One of the comments on one of our videos talked about like turning this into like a, I forget the exact word, but maybe like a hip camp type thing, or like turn our land into a business and make money off the land. So we really did think about that. We were thinking about, well, how do we make some money off the land? Like, we have this 10 acres, we're business owners, we're business people. So we're always thinking about, well, how do we monetize this a bit? And what you're watching right now, this is it. We decided that to turn this into a business, we're gonna turn it into a YouTube channel. And that's about as much as we wanna do. It's our land, we don't really want a bunch of people walking all over it. And not that people would necessarily, but I mean, I don't know, you never know. This way, we are trying to monetize it, but in a very minuscule way. It doesn't affect the land. And more so, I mean, if we never monetize it, we never monetize it. But that's, some people have asked us, like, how, you know, what are we going to do with it, and how are we going to get back from the land, and that's how. It's the YouTube page. The kids have been riding the dirt bike around. I think I have some footage I'll have to put up of them riding the dirt bike, but the kids are having a blast out here. And keeping it real, there's been some moments with the kids where I think being out here, they have to learn a little bit more about responsibility, especially now that we have the 2 dogs. They need to be helpful in taking the dogs outside and helping be responsible. And we're a firm believer in that our kids need to have chores and they need to do things. I think raising mentally strong kids, you have to have them do things. My parents, who watch our YouTube channel, shout out Mom and Dad. I have really, really good parents. I feel like they taught both me and my brother a lot about hard work. My brother and I are both really hard workers. I think part of the reason why we're hard workers is that our parents did teach us to do things. That they didn't do everything for us, which I think is important. You can't do everything for your kids. The only way you're gonna teach them is they have to learn. And sometimes, yeah, we learn the hard way. Sometimes I've had to learn things the hard way, but I think that's why we have such a strong work ethic. And John too. John really had to work hard for himself. Okay, so this section here, I had actually pulled out. That's the section where I had pulled out a bunch of the rocks. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be a little bit easier for him now. I was actually helpful. I was happy. It's hard for me because sometimes, like, John knows what to do and I don't know what to do. This is all obviously not my wheelhouse. We're hoping it makes our city kids less city kids. We're hoping it gives them a well-rounded childhood. They get to experience both. The opportunities of the big city, but the joy of the small town, rural areas. Having lived kind of in both now, smaller town, bigger city, both offer their pros and cons to both. I feel like the big city provides our kids with lots of activities to do, which is cool. But then again, when you're in the rural areas, the kids kind of have to like make their own activities, and I also think that that's cool. So we have both worlds. That's what we're trying to do. this area right here, we're gonna rent the skid another time, and we want to put like a little clearing kind of out in the middle of this patch here. This is eventually where someday we'd like to build a cabin of some sort. We were hoping like, ooh, maybe we would get to this trip, but I mean, we kind of knew. Not enough time. Our main focus was, number one goal is getting this main road carved out. I think later this year, we're gonna have to recoup the budget. Shout out, watch our budget video. I'll put a link here. Watch our budget video. But we're gonna have to recoup the budget before we can rent again, so it'll be some time. Not too long. Hopefully by fall. Or if y'all keep hitting up our YouTube videos, maybe it will be sooner. Just saying. If we could win the YouTube lottery, then we can post up a lot more projects. He's trying to fill in some dirt on some of these patches here where the rocks got taken out. Really beautiful day today. Doesn't feel that cold. If you layer up, it's not bad. Wow, see what he just did? Look at that now. I got some of those big rocks out, and then he came through with the skid, and this is looking cool. All right, here we go. Let's see what he's gotten done so far back here. So next step. So to truly get this flattened out, we're gonna have to get in some gravel or cinders. That's definitely the next steps. Probably gonna be a while before that happens. That might be next year's big purchase. This year's big purchase is doing the skid operation. So we're gonna try to maintain it now with the grader. John has that grader. We're gonna load it down with cinder blocks, and we'll come out and do a few more passes. Got rid of some of these, we have all these big cactuses out here. Well, not too crazy, not too many. Oh, I feel like I'm out here now seeing other sections of the property that I don't think I've walked yet, because 10 acres. There's a couple dead trees that we'll need to kind of take out, but this is a really nice spot over here too. I like this little section. Oh, and then of course, my nemesis, the Fun Time trailer. John did a video of what's inside of it. It's one of our shorts videos. I have to go check that out. One of the guys got back to us and said they would take it out for $700. That may happen. So we'll see. Again, we're trying to do as much of our own work as possible. That's part of our, well, financially we have to, but it's also, we're trying to teach the kids some stuff. But man, this part of the road's looking really, I'm so proud of my husband and really thankful and blessed to have a husband like John. He's a really good family man. He's so good with our kids. He takes care of me, deals with me. And I love him very much. And ooh, got a couple little tears. I love my husband very much. And I'm grateful that he can do things like this, because this is pretty dang cool. He's very handy. Wow, look at this. This is so cool. John's being hard on himself. He's like, it's not going the way he wants it to go. This is cool. Doing such a good job. Oh, I love this view of Pikachu with our gate. This is neat. So our dream here is we want like a wooden pillar thing like that goes like up in the sky, around this way, and down. Don't mind my dirty hands from picking up rocks. But we want one of those big like wooden entrances that says like Cactus Kingdom at the top. Cactus Kingdom off Route 66. I think would be super fun. Right here at the entrance of the property. All right, I'm gonna head back and go check on the kids and the dogs. There you go.
Yeah, try not to get my plumber's crack either.
And try not to get Dad's plumber's crack.
What?
You guys don't know what a plumber's crack is?
No. So, Mom's moving the rocks. And yeet!
Babe, do you want to explain to the kids what a plumber's crack is?
So when you're working, sometimes your pants kind of work themselves down your butt a little bit. So like when you bend over to try to reach something, you get a little bit of crack. It's called plumber's.
Jack, what do you think?
Here, Dad's got a good one right here. Maybe. Oh, nope, never mind. It wasn't that big.
Oh.
But look, I think we have a little Christmas
Disappointed.
tree.
Yeah.
Look at our Christmas tree.
Ta-da!
Maybe we'll decorate it next year. So the kids aren't wearing their gloves. That's why we're not having them do this. We decided to put gloves on to do more of this. All right, it's around 2:45. John had to grease the skid steer. You're supposed to grease it after 10 hours. That was unpleasant, but it's done. And we're coming along. So I'm out here and I've been kind of moving some big rocks when it's just easier for me to move it. But it's looking really good. Looking pretty flat. I was trying to get an aerial shot. That's drone wanted to make me mad and not work. But you know what? The video quality on it said it was 4K on that drone. There's no way. It looked terrible. So maybe sometime I'll get a nice drone out here. John was saying he wished there was more hours in the day because there's a lot he still wants to do. However, I think we got a lot done. Now he's really smoothing it out. Okay, so you're gonna push out. We're gonna try to, so we just finished the road. Now we're gonna try to push out this we're running low on time, so the heat is on at the moment, but we're gonna try to get this spot right in front of our trailer cleared out too. John's gonna keep this cactus right here. We're gonna make like a little loop around him because we don't wanna take him out. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. So here's the before shot. Hopefully next we'll have an after shot. Dogs are in the window. They do not like this, but we wanted to put them up while we did it. right, here's some after. We got this whole area cleared out. No more worrying about stepping on cactuses. What do you think, Logan?
Like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
What do you think, Jack? Sweetie? Yeah, so now we can cinder this area and we can get in here and rake and level, and we're gonna line it with rocks like this around the whole thing. Get some cinders in here, and we got a whole nice start of a cleared out campsite. Obviously we got room to go, but this is a great start. And we also put in this little walkway around this tree here, which leads us to our campfire area, and then we can walk around this way. We're hoping to put like a shed kind of right here in this area too. So we have a shed right here. This will be the shed pad where the shed goes. And now Logan likes it because he could kind of run around out here with the dogs. And we have this whole cleared out space. All right, we are driving down the official first drive down Cactus Loop. So we've never driven on this part of our property before. So here we are, we're passing by the campsite right now.
Yeah, the more we drive it,
The more we drive it, the smoother it will get. Check this out. We're passing by the Fun Time camper over there. This part was the rockiest part, I think, wasn't it? Kind of like over in this area.
Yeah.
Lots of rocks. Day 2 done. Pretty accomplished. Good job, John.
You need to put it in 4-wheel drive.
Wow, not even in 4-wheel drive. There.
Hey.
Look at that. Cactus Loop. Amazing. All right, we're going into town now to celebrate Cactus Loop and Cactus Ridge Campground. We got the dogs in here, and good job, John. He's tired. Just a little tired.
Does though.
Sure?
Yeah.
No, this one does.
This one does.
So we're going to the general store to get a shovel and some rakes to keep on the property.
I don't think that the other store, the Chevron over there, has the Route 66 soda.
I got it.
What?
I got it.
No, I don't think it does. We looked in there before.
These ones do. Well, this one.
I know this place does.
Cold beer inside, thank goodness.
Do you...
So one thing with renting the equipment is that we have to fill up the gas tank. So we're getting a diesel tank of gas right now. Now we are across the street. The kids and John are going to go in. We're going to get some beers and some food from A&W. We're in Seligman in the town here. We just got the shovel and the rake that we're going to keep out on the property. Just a cheap set so that if they go missing. So I'm just chilling here with the dogs. Hi, sweetie. Hi, girl. What do you think? Hi, Jack. Hey, Jack, what are you doing? Hey, Jack.